Hey, so when you consistently make videos, you consistently run out of ideas. So I had like this lull this week where I just didn't know what to talk about, or I'd have an idea and I wouldn't have time, or it just got pushed to the back burner for whatever reason, and then I got inspired. So I was like, well, I could talk about this one topic, and I have like a list of topics, and I'm really trying to like continue my 3-month experiment to see what this looks like at the end of March. And I have some videos that are doing really well, more than I could ever have guessed, as far as like views and like people clicking on them, and interaction back and forth. And I didn't have to do anything stupid like thumbnails. I don't want to do thumbnails. I think they're not for me. I don't want to like some weird face to get people to click on it. It has a title, and if it's interesting to you, you'll click on it. Or if you just, it's just the thumbnail is part of the video. It's not some extra thing that I created to trick you into clicking on something because it looks silly. Anyway, that really works for some people, and I'm not judging. I'm saying that's not for me. I do not want to do that at all. So some of those videos have really done way better than I thought they would do, which means that either I'm sharing some experience or knowledge that I've gained that is helpful or beneficial to people. They really disagree with me, which happens sometimes, or it's just entertaining for some reason or not. Well, whatever it is, I'm grateful. And I got kind of complacent because I'm like, oh, I don't need to make a video today. This one's doing fine. Like, people are watching, and I don't have to do that. And then you just kind of trail off, and then that becomes a pattern of not doing what you said you were going to do. So I wanted to get back into it. So today I was going to talk about the difference between G flat and F sharp. I thought that was a good thing. That I had lots of questions about, and different theories, and then someone shared something with me one time that was like, oh, that makes the most sense of anything I've heard. I'm going to talk about that another time, because I want to talk about something else, and I want to talk about how you identify and eliminate weaknesses in your playing. So, pretty common advice that you should record yourself playing and then listen back, because what you think you hear in your head versus what's actually coming out of the instrument are not always the same thing. And for each video I have like a little thing I play, and I leave mistakes and everything in there. I might do a couple takes, and just whichever one is kind of going with the fewest mistakes. If I feel like it's good enough, I just keep rolling, and then I cut it right at the beginning of that playing, and that's the video. And then I'd listen back, and I consistently heard this like fret noise when I'm playing, especially when I'm playing clean, this fret noise. I think gain covers all that stuff up. But playing clean, the notes weren't clear, for one, that's certainly something I want to happen. I want them to be clear. And for two, I think I was fretting too hard. So based on some scientific stuff that I probably don't understand, from what I've read, because I do have low action, but it's not so low that it should buzz every time I hit a note. But if you fret too hard, you create more vibration in the string, and it cuts over that fret harder than it would another time, and it creates a buzz, and that buzz is the vibration of the string hitting the fret. Where if you don't do that and it's on top, you're still carrying out that note, but it's not vibrating as much, from what I understand. So that was something I wanted to eliminate. I definitely want to eliminate fret noise when I'm playing. So I was attempting to do that in the beginning, but I know it was better because I was aware of it, but still not quite as good. So how do you improve your touch? This goes all the way back to your touch and your feel on the guitar, and really, you just loosen up your grip. So instead of gripping the guitar like this with my thumb on the back, you really just barely lift your, like if you fret this note and I'm lifting right there, it's barely over the fret. I still got, I don't know, quite a bit, you probably can't tell, to go. So you want to, we're barely making a sound. So my thumb is like, it's just guiding my fingers. Like my fingers are pushing down on this, and the back of my hand's just holding it. I'm not applying pressure, right? Like when you first start playing, that's how you play, because your fingers aren't used to it. And you have to have a well set up guitar. So set your guitar good, or have somebody set it up. You should probably learn how to do that yourself, but you can hear the clarity in the notes. Did you hear I was like not clean. There, again, my touch was off because I couldn't. So not only is the touch, you know what? I just thought of this. I think part of my problem is that sometimes I don't push down hard enough, and I get that, and I overcompensate. So now I push down too hard, and when I push down harder here, it makes me pick harder here. The two are kind of connected, at least in my brain. Maybe that'll change, maybe I'll get better, but right now, still see my thumb is like not, it's just hanging there. There, I'm not even touching it. So right now I think that the trick for me is to release the pressure with my thumb. Okay, so all that to say that I think before I do that, let's talk about what I was doing wrong. So when you press too hard, maybe you squeeze like this, or you have this, your thumb is pressed against the back of the neck, and the problem is, depending on how light your strings are, you pull this stuff out of tune. It doesn't take much. So from here, hear that? Now it's out of tune already. So that's the main problem. The main problem is that you're gonna pull things out of tune, and then the additional problem is the vibration of the string causing fret noise. So if this is an issue for you and you want to play cleaner and have cleaner notes like I do, this is how you would do it. Just, I think currently, and maybe my opinion will grow over the coming weeks as I work more and more on this, is that I just release the pressure from my thumb a little bit, which actually helps me because I actually prefer smaller necks, skinnier necks, because my whole hand can go over the top of it. Maybe subconsciously this is another problem with the Les Paul. It has a fatter neck, and because it has a fatter neck, I find I'm trying to like wrap my hand around it without realizing that I don't need to do that. I can just barely touch the strings, and I don't really need the back of my hand. Okay, so that's why pressing too hard is bad. And I may have to go up in string gauge. I don't know. And you should try to lighten your touch. But really the overall message today is record yourself. You should make videos so I can watch them. So you should record yourself, make a YouTube video, put it up there. And then you have something to learn against, something to analyze, to say, hey, I didn't do this as well as I thought I did. This is the things I want to improve. And then isolate those weaknesses, eliminate them. And that's how you get better at anything, is identifying what you're not good at and getting rid of it. And that's it. So that's it for today. I'm going to continue to work on my touch and try to get better at that. And then, I don't know, I'll figure something else out after that I'm not good at and try to get better at. But until then, I'm going to work on my touch, and hopefully it gets better. All right, see you.